Hi. Every so often a new method comes along when you teach courses. I teach entrepreneurship in this case. And in this case, the book that came along was The 4 Steps to the Epiphany by Steve Blank. Now what this is a bundling of course notes of Steve Blank when he taught at Haas Business School. Later on he sold this Cafe Press by himself, and then a friend recommended to him that he post it on Amazon. And then it became a real success story. So that's how I got to know of it. Since then he's been teaching it at Stanford University, and he calls the course no longer by its previous name, but he calls it the Lean Launchpad. But the real method that is described in here is not called the Lean Launchpad, it's called customer development. So for me, when I read this book, it was very interesting because it touched on a lot of things that I'm familiar with, and I thought it could really add value to our course. Let me explain. My background is in industrial design engineering. I studied at Delft University of Technology. And in design, one of the things that you do is you always start with the user. So we go to users, we talk to them about their problems and solutions, and what they would like and what they don't like. But what we do is we really look at them. So we don't come with a vision, we just look at what they're doing, and then in that context, we ourselves try to be creative and come up with some sort of solution. Now, Steve Blank does the same thing. He also goes to users, but there's one big difference. He says that what you should do in a new venture is you should actually go and test whether your vision for this new venture will actually hold up. So rather than asking users to give you a vision, you have a vision. And the problem with many startups is that they never test that vision. They develop the vision all the way to the end. They launch a product and then it flops, it fails. And meanwhile, they've burned a lot of cash. They've ruined the investments of people who put money in their venture. So instead, what Steve says is, we should have a lean startup. This, by the way, is a term of his student. It's called Eric Ries. He came up with the term lean startup. What we should do is we should remove risks along the way and not wait for the risk to end up in the end and turn out to be so disastrous that the venture fails. The kind of risks you have in a venture are either technological risks, which you can deal with more inside the company, feasibility studies, etc. And then there are user risks. Will the user have this need? Will they accept our solution? Will they pay the amount of money we think they will pay for this solution? Those are user risks. And we tend to only test them when the product is being developed and put on the market, perhaps in a beta version. Instead, what he says, we should test those user risks much earlier. And so that's really the new thing about Steve Blank.